everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Katie, and today we're going to be talking about some recent favorites and some kind of life updates and video updates. So as you know, this channel is about books, so there will be some book updates, there will be some writing updates, and there'll be some just kind of fun, what I'm loving lately. You can actually see a couple right there, but we'll talk about those later. Nothing is sponsored, just so you know, and YouTube knows. But I just have some fun updates for you all. So let's go ahead and talk about life updates. So as of right now, I'm really trying hard to eat more healthy. I have been falling off the wagon every once in a while, but I am trying and going to be trying even harder just to get more active, a little bit more healthy. So yeah, so we're trying, we're getting there. I have noticed that I have been eating a lot less, so that's like a bonus in that run. But I would like to try to get to, I weigh right now, I think about 138 or 238 or 239. I'm being honest here, open. But I would love to get down to 160 by not this December, but the following December. So about a year and a half. It's honestly pretty doable. That's about, how much is that? About 78 pounds to lose, which is pretty doable. So I really want to try hard to just get more healthy. Even if I don't get to 160, I'm not going to worry about the end goal. I just want to be more healthy. That's my goal. I don't really want a number, even though that's been my number forever that I would like to be at, but I just really want to be more healthy in general for my back, my tailbone, my feet, just in general. I want to be more healthy. So that is a huge goal of mine that I really want to try. So there might be some food prep in some of my reading vlogs later on, talking about how I'm doing and how it's going, and get rid of this dry skin too. But yeah, so that is kind of a life update. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking down at my paper because I forgot to bring up my printable. But as far as my progress in my book, if you don't know, I am trying to write a book. I am trying to write a nonfiction book, and it's not going great, let me tell you. I started out really strong the beginning of last year. I was really ready to go. I have my outline. I have what every chapter is going to be about for the most part. And I even started, I did the foreword, and I did a Dear Reader letter in the beginning. And then I did the first couple pages of the first chapter. So it's there, but I do need to continue it because this is the book that God wants me to write. So yeah, I'm kind of interested in also writing fiction. If I do, it's probably only going to be one book. I don't know. It could be more. So I don't know exactly. I really want to pray more about it because I haven't really prayed too much about the fiction. I know I'm meant to write nonfiction, but if I do, I would really love to because I've just gotten to know so many authors and so many readers that it's I would love to be part of this community. It's just even more so, even more than I have been. So I have been thinking about it. If I do write one, it's most likely either going to be a contemporary romance because that's what I know the most. I would love to write fantasy, but I just don't feel like my imagination is there right now. So it's either going to be a contemporary romance or a time travel romance. So one of those. I actually, kind of funny, but I already have my inspiration for the main male character. I don't know the actor's name, but I just looked up blonde actors because I knew he was going to be blonde if I wrote fiction. I don't know why, but I wanted him to be blonde, and this man appeared. First picture, I was like, okay, that's a little scary, but he's perfect. So who knows? It could go somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. There's also something really fun. So I bought a car. Kind of needed to. If you remember from my last vacation vlog, my car got totaled. Not my fault, but yeah, it did. So I had to buy a new car, and I've been looking online for the past 4 weeks, almost 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. I've been looking online pretty much every single day, and just you never realize how much cars cost until you go looking. It's I bought my car 7 years ago. It was only a year old, and it was the cheapest on the market. This time, I got an 8-year-old car, right? 8-year-old? Yeah. But it was the cheapest on the market and the miles aren't bad. And it's similar to what I had first. I had a kind of a smaller car and I like the smaller cars. So yeah, so I did get a car and I got it a very, very good deal, especially with what's on the market now. So I'm really happy that I got a great deal because I do want to paint it a fun color. So I don't know what color yet. I'm down to 2, but if you don't know me, I like to find my car in a parking lot. Like, I just want a bright, fun color. And that's what my first car was. It was bright, it was fun. So yeah, that's what I'm going for. And since I got a really great deal, I can get it a custom color on it. Hopefully, if I can find a good deal for that as well. But yeah, so very happy, very thankful, because I was praying to God and almost starting to cry, honestly, the other day, because I'm like, I don't want to go through this, because last time I bought a car, God just made it so easy for my first car, like bam. I told God, I was like, God, the only thing that I want is I wanted a green car. A green car. That's all I wanted. And he blessed me, like one of the very first cars I found online. It was green. It was small. It was like really great on miles. And it never really had any big problems with it. And yeah, and it was the cheapest on the market with the lowest miles and the newest years. So this year I really honestly, I should have prayed for that. But well, I only prayed for a green car last time. But this time I was like, I didn't really care about the color, because if I got a cheap enough car, I was fine with any color and I could get it a custom color. So that even makes it more special because I get to make it customized to me, even though I love green, but it's not gonna be green this time. But yeah, so God blessed me with a very nice car that I only have to pay a little bit after I got the money back from the accident. So that's really nice. And nobody got hurt in the accident, if you're wondering. No, we're all fine, including the people that hit us. But yeah, so we're fine. But yeah, so I'm very thankful, very blessed. It should be coming next week. Actually, it should be coming before you see this video. So yeah, I am very happy about that. And I can't wait to pick a color. Decisions. At least I'm down to 2 colors. I had like 20 colors going. I'm like, what color should I pick? So I'm down to 2, a shade of pink and a shade of blue. So I know pink. I never used to be a fan of pink. Let's talk right. But yeah, I never used to be a fan of pink, but all of a sudden the past few years, I'm like, I journal with pink. I like pink. There's like Winnie the Pooh's got a pink honey pot there, but yeah, I'm liking pink. So, but I also really like blues and greens. So yeah, we'll just see what we go with. Okay, so now let's talk about summer plans. So summer videos, summer things that are happening. So July is my birthday month, so I do have a couple of fun special videos. I might as well go ahead and tell you because you'll get excited. I'm excited. So I am planning a vlog on, I forgot to bring the book up. That's just the way my brain works. I remembered to film this video. But I'm doing a vlog kind of like a little bit inspired by Holly over at Lovely Day with Holly. I love her. I love her videos. But she does a kind of a series of like reading her favorites from like back when she was younger, reading old like children's books and her favorite food, her favorite movies and TV shows back then. So I'm not going to go that crazy, but I like the idea of reading old favorites, and I've read a few old favorites recently, so like I'm not going to go to like my favorite books. But I remember loving a romance book, and it was a clean romance. It's not Christian fiction, but it was clean. It was a fairy tale retelling, kind of like Beauty and the Beast. So I'm going to read that. And I also have plans to read books with Katie in the title. So I found a couple, and surprisingly, there's a lot of Katie books for children, but I did find some for young adult and adults. So I will be reading some books with Katie in the title. So I do have that planned, a whole little vlog on like just reading an old favorite as well as reading books with Katie in the title. I think that'll be a fun vlog. I might be going to, I don't know if I want to this year, but almost every year I do try to go to the Corning Museum of Glass because we only live a couple hours away from there. And so like I like to go there. Sometimes I make glass there, sometimes I don't, and I just go to the museum because the museum's pretty cool too as well if you've never been. But honestly, in order to make it the experience, you really should make a piece of glass there. It is so much fun. But make sure to make reservations because a lot of the times they might not have an opening. So I might do that. We're going to go to my favorite restaurant. So that'll be a whole like birthday week vlog. Camping as well. Camping usually happens in August, but every once in a while it'll be in July. This year it's in July. So I'm going to go with my dad. We're going to hang out, have fun. Mom stays home. It's just I don't get to hang out with my dad as often as I'd like to. I don't know. We don't really hang out as much. My mom and I, we hang out all the time. We'll go shopping, we'll spend the day together. So, but my dad and I, we have our camping trips. So we're going to do that. We're going to have fun and go camping just for 3 days, and it'll be fun. I already made my list and my grocery shopping list, so I'm all set. Let's see. Other videos. I mean, I have literally I have all of June, all of July, and most of August already planned. So I do have videos. I have a bunch of tag videos because I've been tagged in videos within the last couple weeks that I'd like to do the tag videos during the summer. So I have a bunch of those happening too. So there'll be some fun things for sure. Yeah, definitely. So, okay, I think that's it for summer plans, as well as hopefully be able to take walks outside soon because of the, if you didn't know, pray for the forest fires in Canada, because praying for them as well, and praying for parts of the US because we are getting hit with the smoke like crazy. So I've been praying that just God will rain soon so they'll completely go away, because if you can't tell, I'm actually kind of losing my voice, and it's because I've been out a little bit car shopping, and I think this smoggy weather is really getting to my throat and stuff. So yeah, just pray for rain. Okay, so now we're going on to recent favorites. Oh, I think this is my first ever recent favorite video. I'm very excited about it though, because I've always wanted to do kind of just what I'm enjoying at the moment. There's probably other stuff, but I have a few stuff. So I'm actually going to talk about the things that are up here. So I got some new nail polish the other day while we were out shopping, because I have nail strips at home, but I'm really starting to get away from those, because honestly, if you really don't have the extra top coat, they really don't last. They last, honestly, probably less than regular nail polish does with a top coat. So even though they say they have they're supposed to have a base coat, the regular coat, and a top coat, honestly, because my nails, I'm pretty rough on my nails, just because it's naturally rough. I don't know why. I don't do anything. I don't chip away at them usually. But yeah, so I'm kind of going away from those because they're very expensive. And yeah, they're not for me. It will take longer because of the polish to dry, but honestly, it's worth it. And also, the nail polish that I used last week, I bought Extreme Wear by Sally Hansen, and that's the color that I'm wearing right now. I should put that other one down. But yeah, so I'm wearing Extreme Wear in the color Mauve Over, move over. Didn't even realize that. But yeah, so that's the color I am using right now, and I don't know if you can tell or not, but I've been wearing this now for, I would say about a week and a half, and it's not chipping hardly at all. I did break a nail yesterday, which I was very sad about, but the only spot it's chipping is really on my thumb, because I did break part of my nail a little bit, and it was bending. But it's lasted me a week and a half. That's the longest I've done. So I used the Extreme Wear, but I also paired it with a top coat. And so I'm using Sally Hansen's Miracle Gel, and this is actually my favorite. It did get an upgraded bottle from when I last bought it. I bought it a couple years ago, but this is my favorite. It is. And I think that this top coat has gotten an upgrade, because my nail polish has never lasted this long before, even with this one. So yeah, so it's the shiny one. I think they have a matte one too, which I might get. Yeah, you really can't see that. Sorry about that. But yeah, so they do have a matte one as well, which I'm kind of tempted to get, because matte nails are just fun. I like having them matte. So yeah, so those are the 3 nail polishes that I got. I have been wearing this one, so I might change it out this week, because they're finally chipping and I need to file my nails and stuff. All right, so then recently I have bought a couple of things at the antique shop. I did not grab everything, but these are my favorites of the fave. But I love antique shopping because you never know what you're going to find. I don't get stuffed animals because really it just kind of grosses me out, or clothes or purses and stuff. But I'll look for I like Disney figurines. I like a new recent kind of collection that I've been starting is perfume bottles. And I think before I went shopping, I had 4 or 5. I don't get every single perfume bottle. It has to be a very unique and very different. And I have kind of an old, kind of Hollywood 1920s to 1940s style glass table vanity that I love so much. I've I would take a picture, but it's kind of messy. But it has like this beautiful gilded frame, and I just love it so much. I'm never getting rid of it, even though it's extremely heavy and has a glass tabletop, which might break, but I love it so much. So I bought two perfume bottles a few weeks ago. This one is a little bit cracked, which I am kind of sad about. There was only a couple bucks, so I was very happy about it. But it does have like on the top a little bit, it has like a little bit of a nick on both sides, but check out this like beautiful like clear glass with like that gold filigree. And this is the bottle. So it does have like a chip up at the top here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but a little bit chip. But check out this bottle. This is so pretty. And it is empty, I believe. Yeah, it's empty. I was just scared that everything was going to come out. But yeah, so this is the bottle. This is the lid. It's very heavy. And honestly, even with the chip, it's gorgeous. Like, this whole thing is so beautiful. Like, yeah, check that out. Like wow. Like, honestly, I wish it didn't have the chips in it, but if you look at it far away, I mean, it's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. And I love how it catches like the books in the background. But anyways, so I got this. It's absolutely stunning. I love it. And yeah, I won't be using it. So like I'm not filling them with perfume. I'm just keeping them because they're pretty. You know, if I have like a pretty one that I really like, I might use it. So then the next one this is really different. And I bought this one because it matched another one that I have. So this one is like it can come out, which I think is really cool. So you can put, I can't get it out for some reason, so maybe not. But it has a kind of this clear bottle with a gold top. I'm gonna put it back in. But this filigree, look how beautiful. That looks like kind of like a gilded, it has the tabletops on it. But that's just so gorgeous. Like, I love that. I think it's beautiful. This kind of reminded me of like 1920s glamour, and I think it's a twist top or pull with a twist. So yeah, neither one of these smelled like anything, so they actually really did clean them out really well, so I'm very happy about that. But yeah, so I could put perfume in here, but it's just absolutely stunning, and I love it. So I got those two. And then at the same shop, actually, I got all these on my Fiction Reader Summit trip in the vlog, so, but I didn't show them. Did I show them? No, I didn't. I don't think I did. But then last thing I got is this gorgeous little girl, and if you can't hear that, she's tinkling. Not tinkling that way, but like, you know, bell tinkling. Anyways, I love nesting dolls, and I thought that's what she was, but she's not. She's just a beautifully ornate little girl. She's eating donuts on a string there. But she's so pretty, and she had a little paint chip right there, but he gave me a discount on her, which I think that was so nice of him. But yeah, so I just love that tinkle because it reminds me of wind chimes, and it's that tinkle of like you barely move her and she tinkles. Like, it's not, you don't have to shake her to hear her tinkle. So I love that. But yeah, she's very pretty. So yeah, those are a couple of new favorites that I have. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about, let's see, what am I talking about? TV shows, movies, and music. So I love all three. Like, I'm a huge book reader, but I also absolutely love music, TV shows, and movies. Like, probably equally, if I'm being honest. So let's go ahead and talk about TV shows and movies and music. Yeah. So let's go ahead and start with, I honestly don't think I have any movies. I don't even know why I said that, because my dad's been watching like a ton of black and white movies, and I've kind of been like watching in and out. I love old movies, but I just haven't been in the mood for them lately. But we have been watching, or he's been watching, and I've been kind of off and on watching. We've been watching the Sherlock Holmes movies with Basil Rathbone. That's his name. But we've been watching those, and I got him the whole set while on vacation, so I came back with those for him since he didn't go with us, and he was very happy. So I'm happy that I got them for him and didn't make him wait till Father's Day. So I got those, and he's been loving them, and I'm just happy that he's been enjoying them. So as far as TV shows go, I've been watching 3 things lately. I've also been really kind of in the mood to watch Looney Tunes. So this week I'm probably going to be watching a bunch of Looney Tunes, like old Looney Tunes, like from like the 50s and 60s, like not the black and white ones, but like the old like colored ones. And they're just fun and hilarious, and I'm just really in the mood to laugh with Bugs Bunny and the gang. I have been back on, which I only read the saw the first episode, but it was my favorite growing up, one of my favorites, and it's called The Pretender, and I love that show. Oh, and I think my dad keeps saying that. I think it's my grandfather used to watch it, I think. Was it my grandfather or was it my uncle? No, it was my uncle. But yeah, that's a fantastic show. It's really good. It's about this kid who he's in like this institution and they tell him his parents are dead. And they kind of build him up to where like they give him all these different tests. Like if you were say like a sniper, like what would you do in this situation? They're showing him videos of like President Kennedy and stuff and seeing like what would you do in this situation as, you know, the person behind the incident. And so it's like, so they're like showing him all these things, and he finally, after like, you know, he's there since like probably the age of like 10 or 12, and he's about maybe 30, 35 now. And so he escapes from that institution because he finds out that those parents that were supposedly his aren't really his parents. So he's on the run trying to find out who his parents are. And the pretender part is where they taught him so well, and he's learning how to become all these people, that he can become anybody he wants to be. Not like any person, but any job position. Like if he wants to be a doctor, he can read a book and know exactly how to do an operation. He can become a fireman. He knows exactly what to do. So he can do anything and appear into any job he wants to and know exactly what to do in that situation. So like he's just pretty much a genius. And so it's all about him on the run from this company and trying to find his family. So it's also him experiencing the real world. So as far as I'm remembering from, like, I haven't seen it in a few years, there's minimal language in it. I think there's like one love scene in like the entire 4 seasons. So like, to me, like, yeah, that's exceptionally good for a TV show. But yeah, so I really enjoy it. It's definitely high intense action. There's also like, he loves to help people. So like every episode he'll try to help somebody, and that's why he goes into that job, to help people. So yeah, it's really good. And then I've also been watching, there's 2 more. I've been watching The Avengers, not the movies. Not the movies. It's an old TV show that first got that title. And I love that TV show. It's a TV show that I think started back in like 1950s, because it started out in black and white and then it went into color. But it's such a great show, and it lasted 6 seasons, I think. So it's all about these 2 main characters, and John Steed is the main character. He's throughout the entire seasons, but then he's got a different partner in every couple seasons, and they're all girls. So it's kind of like like a TV show, kind of James Bond type feel, but it's very clean. It's an English show made in England, and so it's just so much fun. I love John Steed. Kind of had a crush on him growing up, not gonna lie, because his accent was like, yeah, I loved it. But yeah, so there's like 2 different seasons that I like. I like one with, there's a girl named Emma Peel, and she's played by, I can't remember her name. Of course I can't remember her name. But she was a Bond girl in the movie On Her Majesty's Secret Service. The only Bond girl that married James Bond. That's her. So I really liked her character in The Avengers, and then the girl after that I also really enjoyed. Her name was Tara King in the episode, or in the TV show. But yeah, it's fun. It's kind of this like almost like I'm gonna say like there are definitely some sci-fi aspects to it. Like there's these kind of mysteries that like you're trying to figure out, like very like kind of twisted crime. Like there's like this one where like this guy is like playing board games with all these like kind of secret agents, and he's like kind of killing them off in like really interesting and weird ways. Like he's playing a board game, and like if you can beat me, you can leave scot-free, and they can't. And so John Steed is like the next victim. So like they're all kind of like very interesting crimes, and I don't know, I love them so much. And so I started rewatching those the other day. So yeah, if you like kind of interesting British mysteries, they're not super dark mysteries. They're more on the comedic side a little bit. So, but they're fun. I love them, and they're clean. Okay, so the next one, I have one more, don't I? Yeah, I've been rewatching X-Files. So I only watched X-Files throughout the whole series, except for the newer ones. I don't think I will watch those. But I honestly couldn't remember if I liked them or not. So I started rewatching them. The first couple are actually really good. Um, but yeah, so X-Files. I mean, if you don't know what X-Files is, it's basically a sci-fi show about aliens. And there's these two FBI agents. One is like adamant that his sister got abducted by aliens at a young age. And so he's always trying to prove that aliens exist. And so he's always like, you know, can I, prove that these like weird, they're called X-Files, where like they're unexplained mysteries and he's trying to solve them, hoping that they're aliens. So, and then his partner, Scully, she goes with him and tries to help solve these crimes, and she's more of the logical side of things. So yeah. So I've been rewatching X-Files. They're okay. I don't think they're an absolute favorite, but they're pretty good. All right, I think that's it for TV shows. Music. So, you know what's weird? I haven't listened to a lot of music lately. I've been so really like just listening to audiobooks. Audiobooks are my new music apparently, because I used to listen to a lot of music in the car and I haven't really lately at all. I do really enjoy Keith Urban. I really like his music. I don't know why. Yeah, I just not all of his songs, but I do like some. I'm definitely a country girl at heart. So I have been listening to Keith Urban, and there are some Megan Trainor songs that I like, but very few now. So I have been listening to a few of those, but honestly, I am thinking about getting rid of her music on my phone because I'm not really a fan of hers anymore. But yeah, so I'm also listening to, it's an old radio show called My Favorite Husband, and it is starring Richard Denning and Lucille Ball. And it's so funny. And if you have watched I Love Lucy and you listen to My Favorite Husband, I believe, came first. But if you listen closely and you have watched I Love Lucy as much as I have, there are many skits from My Favorite Husband that Lucy changes into the I Love Lucy episodes. There are so many episodes that they're different because they were on radio and TV, but you know that those kind of similar skits were played with her and her husband, Desi Arnaz. So it's kind of funny. And I don't know, they're just fun. Some of them are like really bad quality, where like you kind of have the crackling in the background. So I try to like skip over those and have the better voice options. But yeah, I've been listening to those on Spotify, and I just love My Favorite Husband. I mean, it's funny. It's Lucille Ball. It's her humor. She's funny and goofy and ditzy, and I love her so much. So yeah, so I've been listening to a lot of those. I'll like pop one on at night for bedtime. Like I'll listen to one as I go to sleep. And I've been doing that instead of music too. I usually listen to music to go to bed, and I haven't. So the last thing that I'm going to talk about is healthy food. Now, I am terrible where I'm like, I'm getting so much better, but back in the day, I'm like, healthy food, like it must have vegetables in order to be good. Like I like vegetables, but like they're not like my first option. But I'm getting so much better, like so much better. So as far as healthy options go, let's go ahead and do like, I'm gonna share like a couple recipes down in the description box for you all. But there are definitely some really good ones out there that I absolutely love, that are really tasty, really yummy. So definitely check them out. But the first thing I'm gonna actually mention is ice cream. So I'm allowing myself ice cream, especially since it's summer and it's hot and I just want ice cream. Like, I'm not a popsicle person anymore. I used to be. Like, I used to love the fruit bars. Now I really don't anymore. But I allow myself ice cream, but I go for the dairy-free option. Yes, it's still sweet. Yes, it still has chocolate or cocoa, but it's dairy-free. So it's a little bit easier on my stomach and it's still good. So my favorite, if you've tried dairy-free and you don't like it, try Ben and Jerry's dairy-free. It's more pricey. Don't like it's so good. It really is. Definitely get the Tonight Dough. That's what it's called. Because it's Jimmy Fallon, I guess, inspired. But it's the best ice cream I have ever had. I will eat that over any dairy ice cream ever. Like over my favorite dairy ice creams that I used to love, like Panda Paws, Moose Tracks, Reese's, all that. Ben & Jerry's dairy-free ice cream, the Tonight Dough. It's the best ice cream I've ever had in my life, and it's dairy-free. Like, what? Like, it tastes like ice cream. It's so good. So yeah, so that's my favorite, and it's my 100% favorite. Honestly, any of the Ben & Jerry's dairy-free is pretty good, but that's my favorite. All right, and then I'm going to mention, I think, 2 recipes in this video. So I try to have healthy recipes at home as well. So one that I really have been enjoying is, they're called, I don't know exactly what they're called, but they're baked tomato sandwiches. And so we use whole grain bread, which I actually found sugar-free, which is interesting, and it's not bad. It is expensive, but we have that. And then we bake tomatoes in the oven with oregano, salt, sea salt, and pepper. I think that's it. And we sprinkle that over with some olive oil. And then we make a really yummy aioli out of dairy-free mayonnaise, which is actually really good too. I actually like it better than regular mayonnaise. Dairy-free mayonnaise. We use vegetable butter or vegan butter, which is really good, and it has no soy, so that's really great. And then, the butter goes on the bread. It doesn't go in the aioli sauce or whatever. But it's mayonnaise, garlic, and lemon juice. I think that's it, plus a little bit of sea salt in the dressing. And then you put that on, you add the tomatoes after they're baked, and then you add sliced avocado, basil, lettuce, and then it's so good. And they say to grill the bread, like if you're grilling like a grilled cheese, no cheese on it, you don't need the cheese, it's so good. The avocado kind of gives you that fatty texture that like cheese would, so it's really good. But we've resorted to just toasting the bread because we're lazy and we don't want to take that much time. But it's really good. So yes, that's one recipe. And then the next recipe that I love, it's called Tahini Pasta. And it is very, very good. I think, I'm not sure, but the recipe might call for cheese. You don't need it. You don't need it. Don't do it. Yeah, you don't need it. Because the sauce is feels so cream based and so thick that you really don't need the cheese. If it was more of like an olive oil based cheese or something like that, where like it's very thin, I would even say I need cheese, even though I'm supposed to stay away from it. But this one you don't. So it's tahini pasta, which I never heard of tahini. We use vegetable pasta. We make sure, even though it still has flour and stuff, but we make sure we get the one that's like, it's carrots, spinach, and something. I can't remember. But we do that, and then we just make the pasta regularly, and then you cook, I think it's onion and garlic, and you put it in the pan. And then once that's done cooking, you put it in a blender with the tahini paste sauce, which is sesame seed paste, which I had no idea. You put that in, and then you put a whole jar of sun-dried tomatoes in with that, and you mix it all up. I think you just add water. There's no cream, there's no milk, no dairy. And then you just put it in there, you blend it up, you whip it, you add a little extra water if you need to, but that's it. And then you put it in your pasta and you mix it up, and it is very, very good. I think you add a little bit of either lime juice or lemon juice, one of those, I think. But I do like a dash because otherwise it's too acidic for me. I like more of a very thick cream sauce. So, but yeah, they're both amazing. And if you're looking for more healthier options that are really, really tasty, definitely check those out. I will link them down below. And also, I want to let you guys know on a tip. If you are wanting to, like, if you're like me and I'm trying really hard to stay away from cheese, like I do eat white cheddar popcorn, and like every once in a while when we go out to like fast food, I will have cheese. But at home, I really try hard to stay away from it as much as I can. So I have been really trying hard to look for recipes without cheese. There's so many out there. Don't look up, if you're trying to stay away from cheese, don't look up recipes by typing in recipes without cheese, because that's all you're gonna get is recipes with cheese. Like, I said without, I didn't say with. Like, yeah, Pinterest and Google and stuff do not comprehend without. So wording I finally figured out is to look up vegan recipes. Vegan, it will not have any dairy, it will not have any cheese, it will not have anything bad, it won't have meat, but you can always add in meat. If you still want like chicken or whatever, or turkey, add that into the recipe. But vegan recipes are the best option to find recipes without cheese or without dairy. So there you go. Never knew that until this past year, so yay. All right, so I think that's all my favorites that I have for you. I might do another video of like just favorites. Like, I won't go into like lifestyle updates or whatever. I might, you never know. But I might do these like once every quarter. I think it'll be kind of fun just to see new favorites, what I'm watching, what I'm reading, what I'm listening to, new stuff that I've purchased or whatever. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know some fun new things that you've been enjoying besides books, because yeah, all we talk about is books, and I want to know some things that you've been enjoying lately too, like movies or TV shows or just fun stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all for the next one.